What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel, the voice of Dominican boxing, and this is a very busy weekend for Dominican boxing. So I had to, since this is a busy weekend for boxing, I had to have my guy Samson join me. He is the person who promotes most Dominicans here in the United States. So I definitely wanted to get him on. Thank you so much for hopping on the stream with me. Uh, Me and you, we're always we have a good relationship, so I appreciate you hopping on.
Uh, yes, I'm in this moment in the airport, in the VIP of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
All right, what you doing down there?
No, I have a show in my country, in Uruguay,
Okay.
the past Saturday, and this is one of the stops before I
Ah,
reach California.
okay. All right, all right. Well, I know you don't have much time, so I kind of want to get into the interview. First, I want to start off with De Los Santos. I was just with him last week. I interviewed him. He told me he's expecting to fight sometime June 17th. First, I want to know, is that true? Yeah, let's start with that. Is that true that he'll be fighting June 17th? He told me he's going to be on the Spence undercard.
We try to make that fight with Isaac Cruz, but it looked like he changed his mind. And as you know, is the A side in this moment.
Yeah. So,
So uh, probably it will be, if we cannot find a real fight for him, we will keep him busy on the undercard with no TV, but we try to make something happen to him that
uh,
is worthwhile.
is that why he's been inactive? That they were negotiating with Pitbull Cruz, Isaac Pitbull Cruz, and things fell through, and that's kind of what messed the plans up.
That's correct. It was a business decision for his advisor. Which, look, if I have Isaac Cruz, I will not fight De Los Santos. So
No.
I cannot blame the guy.
So damn. So if since he's not getting Pitbull Cruz, it's looking like he's gonna take a stay busy fight as opposed to a tough
Uh,
fight. Frank Martin or somebody like that.
Most likely, but again, Frank Martin maybe it be that fight because regardless, like I say to to all my guys, you know how much I love the Dominican people and the country, the island. But it's so hard because the government of Dominican Republic, the nature of that is not to help boxing, and you know even for the TV, like the the only TV that it come with boxing is ESPN Knockout,
Hmm.
and not too many Dominican fighting in that network. So it's not interest for the government or the TV station to to show how good is boxing, and not only that boxing is a social, because many people that he was in the street, that he was in jail, that he have additions, he go to boxing and he changed his life. I do
What
it that
support?
in that I do it in my country. I do it in Panama, in Uruguay, which is my country, and I cannot understand why uh, the Dominican Republic doesn't support and give an opening to boxing.
So
Only baseball.
what support specifically you want from the government? What is it you want the government to do that they're not doing?
A TV, a network that will pass boxing, local boxing,
Okay,
and international boxing, like almost every country worldwide.
I got you. I got you. I'll see what I can do. I'll make a few phone calls.
You got it. I know that you will do that.
All right. So I also this weekend, one of my favorites, and you know he's one of my favorite, Luis Nuñez El Twist. He's fighting this Saturday. I am super excited. This will be his fourth undefeated fighter in his last five fights. So you guys are definitely matching him tough. He's ranked number 4 in the WBA. Can you talk to me about his opponent? I'm not too familiar with him. I'll be honest with you. Can you talk to me
Is
about his opponent and also what do you think of Nuñez as a fighter?
well, the opponent is said, the management. He got contact to me and he said, "Look, if you not sign my guy that is 23 and all, I will not fight your guy." I say, "Why?" Because I will beat him, and I want to be with me and Paco Damian, that is my partner in showbox. In this case, we partners in this particular fight that it was through Paco Damian,
Okay.
and I signed it. so so
So,
then he took the fight.
so both fighters are yours. Both fighters are yours.
That's correct. Yes.
All right. All right. So you can't give me a prediction since both fighters are yours. I'm not gonna put that on you.
Uh,
But
let me tell you.
blink twice if you're picking Nunez.
Let me tell you. Look, sometimes business. Uh, and to put real fights on TV.
Yeah, yeah.
And when all these kids, all these boxers that he was misleaded and mismanagement and underpaid in Mexico, he want to be attached to me because he knows that he will get paid well. That PBC is part of, all my fighters. If he sign or not sign, is belong to PBC. So it's a great opportunity. So I can tell you, it's coming to fight.
All right, all right. I'm excited for it. If he's coming to fight, I know Nunez is coming to fight, and I definitely know he's in shape. People tell me how hard he works and his work ethic. So I'm really excited to see him again. I feel like he's also another guy that I haven't seen in the ring in a while. So I'm excited to see him again. So you this Friday also for the people listening on Showbox, Raul Garcia, El Doma, he's making his US and TV debut against another undefeated fighter in Robert Terry. Can you talk to me about Raul Garcia? How did you discover him? Because we know that you're known for discovering talent that nobody's seen. Talk to me about Raul Garcia. How did you discover him, as well as how talented is he?
Well, I didn't discover really. I have my partner in the Dominican Republic on the name of Cesar Mercedes Manguita,
Mhm.
and I have this kid from Pro Debut, like I did with Fortuna, like I did with many other fighters, from Pro Debut up to the next level. So I can tell you this one of the strongest. This kind of, I would say, that's kind of like Banana Rosario, that kind
Oh,
of body, that kind of will. Well, nobody given shot to Rosario, and he was a champion,
a unified champion.
a unified champion, correct?
Mhm. Oh, I from what I understand, Raul Garcia, he's now training with Bob Santos. Was it you who set that up for him?
Yes.
Yes.
Bob Santos, first of all, besides to be an honorable man, he have that love for Dominican Republic too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
and I need to make a hard choice because many good trainer in America, but I feel confidence depending on the style and the style of El Doma Garcia. I believe this is exactly what he need Bob Santos.
Okay. All right. I'm excited to see him. He's being matched tough. Tough. Robert Terry is undefeated, so his first U.S. fight, he's fighting a quality fighter. So, if he's good and he gets this win, we'll know a lot more about him after that.
Let me put this way: this kid, the Mexican, I told him, listen, you're going. It's my guy that I give him, several opponents that it's not really opponent challengers, and you can lose the fight. I said I want to take the chance because I know and everybody know in Mexico that you put tough fights, and
Hmm.
this is what we want. The fighter they want tough fight and demonstrate what he can do because he want to go not only to the next level, he want to be a champion.
Okay. All right. We'll see. I mean, he'll get his opportunity this weekend. Um, your fighter Michelle Rivera coming off a loss. He's been suspended for 6 months. That suspension is only 2 months left since it's retroactive. From
Uh, I believe that he will fight maybe in July or
okay,
August the latest.
July,
Because
August.
remember, by the bylaws, yeah, because bylaws, you're not supposed to be in the gym for when he's suspended. I cannot uh, try to put it in any fight because he's suspended. I cannot talk about it with any challenger when he's suspended.
Okay, so all right. So you said sometime July or August.
August,
Any
yes.
word on idea of an opponent and weight
For who?
for Michelle?
No, I cannot even think about it.
Okay, all right, all right.
And beside that, he didn't make a decision if he want to fight in 35 or 140 because he
He
continues saying that he want to fight in 35.
Yeah, that's what he told me. He told
Yeah,
me he's staying at 135. I try to advise him to move up, but he seems dead set on trying to make that 135-pound weight. So,
that's
uh,
correct.
yeah, but
So we'll see.
his next fight, not going to be a title or title eliminated. It could be at 137, 138, just to not have to
Uh,
kill himself for the last 3, 4 pounds.
he agreed on 38.
Okay, there you go. His next fight could be at 38, and if he sees he's feel more comfortable with
Then
that weight, he can stay at 40. And if he feels he can cut down to 3, then his next fight will be at 35.
that's correct.
Okay. All right. All right. So this Saturday, he's not Dominican, but Sebastian Fundora will be fighting Brian Mendoza. This is he will be defending his WBC interim title. I, can you talk to me about this fight? A lot of people are favoring Sebastian Fundora, and he's in a division where he has the interim belt. Where after this fight, he could potentially be facing Charlo. How important is this fight, and what do you think of Mendoza that fight as competitive
Uh,
wise?
well, Mendoza beat Rosario, and when
Unfortunately,
anybody beat one of my fighters, I give it another one. Let me see what if he can beat
ah,
the second. And you know the truth. Nobody beat me twice. The same guy.
okay,
Nobody. No
okay.
one. So it's a big favor. It's something, Sebastian, something very special. It's a person, the whole family. And he's fighting Gabriela Fundora on the same show. The same,
His sister,
you know.
yeah, he's fighting on the same show. Yeah.
This kid is really, really tough. So we see what happens.
All right. All right. We'll see. We'll see. Uh you got David Benavidez. He just had a really fantastic performance, specifically the last half of the rounds of the fight, excuse me. He really took over and dominated that last part of the fight. But where does he go from here? That was a big win. He is now the WBC interim champ. Well, he already was the WBC interim champion. He beats Plant, who was a highly ranked opponent who was just coming off a WBC eliminator. He is now Canelo's mandatory. What is next? Because I doubt if he does get the Canelo fight, I doubt it's because he's a mandatory.
Well, first of all, let's see. Definitely will beat uh, the next fight. It be a winner, Canelo, and then he will make a decision uh, who he want to fight.
Okay. All
He
right.
say be bold. You know
So
what I
you
mean? Now, I don't believe it will happen with Big Bone. And the only choice he have for his legacy is David Benavides. And I say his legacy because if not, he'd be like a zebra and his own children and grandchildren will say, Papa or Grandpa, why you didn't fight Benavides? What happened? You
Uh,
have an offer, a major offer of $50 million, and you didn't took it. Why?
oh,
Tell me, Daddy.
I don't. I don't know if Canelo's gonna like that, but no, I mean he is the mandatory. So I don't want to get too sidetracked. So you guys are gonna wait until
Yeah. Now,
Canelo, let's say, which most people think he is. Let's say he beats John Ryder. So you guys are gonna wait to see what decision he makes. If he
that's
picks
correct.
Benavidez, that'll be his fight.
You
And if
you
he picks
cannot
Bivol, you guys will look to who you'll go with.
you cannot force any fighter to fight. You cannot. And look, I know Canelo, Saul Canelo Alvarez, almost from his pro debut. Actually, I was involved on his pro debut fight with the Seven Brothers. You know what I mean? So I know him very well. I can tell you a story that one time I bring an opponent for him in Mexico, and he had an injury, and he didn't care about the injury. He said, "I fight." I mean, he's a great champion. I respect him, but whatever. But it's true. I try to help him to make a decision of to take the fight with Benavides for his legacy. Winning or loser is his legacy, and I try to help him up on that. And if he doesn't take the fight, it's not because he's afraid. He's not afraid of anyone, Canelo Alvarez. But I believe that Eddie Reynoso, he want to have his golden chicken, the egg. He want to keep it.
He wants to keep him safe. What do you think of Canelo right now? Some people are saying that they're seeing a decline. That they saying he's getting a bit older. He's slowing down. That his last two performances he hasn't looked that good. Are you buying into that? That he's slowing down, or do you think
No,
that he's just had a couple bad performances?
no. Look, depending who he fought, he will look phenomenal now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he will knock this kid out. And I can say that I give him credit to Eddie Hearn that he make millionaires many of his fighters that they need to fight maybe 5 or 6 times to make the same money. So I give him credit for that. He make wealthy many fighters, and this is good. But it's time to do the mandatory. It's a time to for his legacy to fight what the people want it, and it's Benavides.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. There you go. There you go. That's a statement. But if he weren't to get that fight, he does have options on the PBC side, whether it be Andrade or David Morrell or Jamal Charlo. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's they've traded words before. Let's just say that. Uh, which of those options, again, if the Canelo fight doesn't happen, which is a possibility, which of those options excite you most?
The same action that option that you say is
No, no.
exactly the same. It
Which
can
one you
be.
prefer? Which one you prefer?
Look, now I I cannot say who I prefer because it'd be wrong for me. The only thing we want now is the mandatory and this Canelo Alvarez. We
Okay.
cannot talk about nothing else beside that. And then we hope that he make the right decision for his legacy. That's all.
All
And
right.
it's not about money because it will take whatever is correct. Is
Yeah, a fair
is
offer.
look, Benavides is making millions of dollars already.
Mhm.
So, so this who is the best? It will not be stupid to take a small change because he's making $1 million. It's not like the other ones that he never make a million and he got millions. My guy he make millions already.
Any word on the pay per view numbers? As
No,
far as no.
that will be probably in a couple of months. The real numbers.
Okay.
People talk, but it's many platform.
Okay, but
So
how the numbers are looking so far? They looking positive?
look, I was overseas all this time, and I'm not worried about it because I know it be good,
Success. Yeah.
but nobody knows. And whoever say any number is fake news and it's a stupidity, because whoever knows the boxing world, he knows that it take a couple of months to find out.
All right. Okay. Let me ask you for a prediction. Do you think it does over 200 or under 200,000?
I cannot tell you because nobody knows.
Okay.
So why would I say a number and then make fool of myself?
All right. All right. Well, let's talk about these numbers because these numbers were actually already released. The gate number, you guys did very impressive. You guys sold a lot of tickets and made a lot of money at the gate, and that's something that I feel like people haven't talked about a lot. How much of a ticket seller David Benavidez is, uh, and it seems like he's tapped into his crowd in a good way. What do you make of that? Why is he such a good ticket seller, and why was this past event such a success?
Well, the most important thing that is a new sheriff in town. Las Vegas is belong to Benavides now, and it's not anymore Canelo because Canelo fell on the last fight, and he couldn't take a chance to fail again. Now it's a new sheriff on town.
So you're saying that for to see who's the king, who's the sheriff of Las Vegas, they got to settle it in the ring.
I believe that it be these really two guys that he can sell, Javante Davis and David Benavides. Now, Javante will do much better because he have Ryan Garcia that he have 20 million followers. So
Hmm.
it'd be better, but I don't look what the other people do. I look what my people do.
Uh, okay. Has there been any communication with you and the WBC regarding the mandatory status of David Benavidez after this big win?
No, it's nothing to talk till after May 6th.
Okay.
On the convention in Mexico, it was declared that the winner of this fight will be the mandatory.
Okay. Are you anticipating Canelo getting stripped if he goes to fight somebody else?
This is on the hands of Mauricio Suleiman.
Okay. All right. Well, that
And,
that
and
worries me.
when I say Mauricio, really, I don't want to make felt like he's the only one he can make the decision. He have other people that you need to vote and make the decision, but with everyone involved.
Okay.
But definitely Mauricio have the big yes.
I got you. I got you. All right. So I know you're busy with time and thank you so much for the time. Oh, so I don't think I asked. So when can we expect Edwin De Los Santos back? You said June or July? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Either month it will be June or
So one of those
July.
2 months, June or
The
July.
only thing we don't know if we be in the undercard to keep him busy on a big fight.
All right. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Samson. I know this was kind of last minute, but there's a lot, as you can see, I had a lot of questions for you. The fans needed some answers to a few things, and you're the guy that promotes most of the Dominicans. I had to get you on and ask you these questions. But thank you so much for hopping on my channel. And
And by the way, your channel is one of the best. I can tell you that much. And
thank
I'm
you.
very happy to be anytime. And I love your country.
No, thank you. Thank you. We
So
love you
God
too.
bless you and God bless all the Dominicans.
No,
And we
we
see
love
you
we
on
love you
Friday.
too because we not a lot of promoters are giving us opportunities. You're one of the few promoters that has more than five, six, seven. Oh, you gotta go?
She's coming to my
All right,
flight.
don't miss your flight. Thank you so much, Samson. I
Okay.
appreciate you.
Okay, you take care. God bless you. Bye bye.
All right, God bless. All right. All right, guys, that was Samson Lukowitz. The thing is that there was a lot going on as far as with Dominican boxing this weekend. Yo, we got a lot of Dominicans fighting, and He's the one with, and people been asking me about De Los Santos, De Los Santos. Every time I go live, there's 19 people asking me about De Los Santos. So I had to get him on. I hit him up last minute. Yeah, I saw him. He was in the airport. He was like, bro, I'm at the airport. I don't know if I could do it. And I was like, come on, man. And he came through, answered every question. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Samson Lukowicz for giving me the interview. But yeah, no, I want to talk about this weekend. This weekend, man, it's a very important weekend for Dominican boxing. If you're a Dominican boxing fan, this weekend, I'm talking to y'all like y'all don't know what's going on this weekend. This weekend we got a lot of fights. On Showbox, we got Raul García, who I interviewed before. He's fighting on Showbox, fighting another undefeated fighter in Robert Terry. So he's being matched tough. And hey, listen, for a U.S. debut, for you to fight another undefeated fighter, that shows just how much your promoter and the matchmakers believe in you. You know, in your first fight. He has been training with Bob Santos the last 2 to 3 weeks. I wish he would have had the full training camp, but I don't know if there was a visa issue. I don't know what was the situation, but he had gotten to Bob Santos only 2-3 weeks. So I don't know how much Bob could have helped him out as far as technique or getting him in shape. But hey, listen, 2-3 weeks is better than no week. So I'll take it. So that's on Friday. On Saturday, we got Luis Reinaldo Nuñez, El Twist, excuse me. He's fighting Christian Olivo, another undefeated fighter. Yo, I love Luis Nuñez. I love the Twist. This is my guy. Like, this is one of my favorite Dominicans. This dude is undefeated, right? And this will be his 4th undefeated fighter in his last 5 fights. Yo, this dude is hungry. He wants it. He's ranked number 4 in the WBA at 126. And for you to keep risking your O and just keep snatching O's on your way to the top, that just lets me know that you're hungry. That's just let me know that your resume, when people look at your undefeated record, is much different than another person's undefeated record. Y'all know how, like, oh, he's undefeated, but who he fought. When you look at, Luis Nuñez's record is it's like all these O's he's snatching. And you can say who these guys are, but yo, when you fight an undefeated fighter, you fighting somebody that doesn't know how to lose. So I'm very, very, very excited to see Luis Nuñez. He's going to be on the Sebastian Fundora versus Brian Mendoza undercard. So make sure you guys tune in to Showtime to watch that. And also, don't forget, on the Shakur Stevenson Yoshino undercard, we got George Arias fighting Jared Anderson. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That's a tough task, man. That's a tough fight. George Arias is a short heavyweight. I believe he's 5'11". And, Jared Anderson 6'4". That's a big boy. He's 6'4", 240, 245. This is a big, massive man that he's going to be fighting. So I don't want to minimize that, that this is a tall task. No pun intended. This is a tall task ahead of him. But hey, listen, this is heavyweight boxing. All it takes is one. He's not a big puncher himself. He's 18-0 with 7 knockouts, I believe. But that doesn't mean he can't clip them. You never know. Again, all it takes is one in the heavyweight division. In the heavyweight division, everybody's a puncher. And like I said, he's the underdog for a reason. I understand why he's an underdog. But hey, he's Dominican. He's undefeated. I believe his last 3 opponents have been undefeated. So he's another one that he's been matched tough on his way up, and he's been snatching O's. So let's see how that works out. Jared Anderson's last 5 fights have all ended in second round knockouts. I am predicting he breaks that record. He's going to go way more than 2 rounds. I wouldn't even be surprised if he loses a decision. But even if he doesn't make it to a decision, I think he goes around 7 or 8 rounds at least. So I don't know what the over-under is, but whatever it is, I would bet the over. I think he's crafty enough. I think he moves around enough. I think he's tough enough to definitely make it past 2 rounds, which is all that Jared Anderson has gone in his last 5 fights. Also, we don't know about Jared Anderson's gas tank. We've seen George Arias gas a little bit in fights because he does a lot of, like, some people would say unnecessary movements and unnecessary energy draining movements. But Hey, let's see if let's say this goes the full nine. I believe it's 10 round fight. I don't think it's a 12 round fight. Let's say this goes the full 10. Let's see how you know Jared Anderson's stamina is. He's been scoring all these knockouts. Who knows if he has a bad gas tank? I'm not saying he does, but I'm saying if we haven't seen it, I can't say he has it either. So again, this is a big weekend for Dominican boxing. Raul Garcia this Friday, and then both on Saturday. George Arias on ESPN and Luis Reynaldo Nuñez on Saturday. All three guys are being look. Put it like this: all three of the guys I just mentioned, Arias, Garcia, and Nuñez, all Dominican, all undefeated, and all three of them are facing other undefeated fighters. Y'all understand? Like, this is how Dominicans we get matched. When people go, oh, what's up with your Dominicans and whatever? Yo, I don't know. We fighting dudes that are undefeated. You look at De Los Santos' last three opponents, they all undefeated too. You look at Michelle Rivera's last opponent, is undefeated too. Like, this is the type of fights Dominicans have to take. When Hector Luis Garcia took that fight on short notice against Chris Colbert, he was undefeated. Like, we got to snatch O's to make a name for ourselves. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. But Nuñez has done that in 4 out of his last 5 opponents. Well, 3 out of the last 4 opponents should be, I think I'm predicting he wins this side. It would be 4 out of his last 5. George Arias has done it in his last 3 fights, about to be his 4th fight. And Raul Garcia, this is his first fight in America, first fight on TV, and he's fighting an undefeated fighter. This is how they're matching us, but fuck it, man. If this is how they're going to give us the opportunities, we have to come, we have to take it, and we have to make a statement. Shout out to my man, Ariel Alvarado, always coming through in the clutch. Shout out to Ariel Alvarado. Saw your interview on the On Still podcast. Great work. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, man, I was definitely out there in Miami on the On and Still podcast. I had a lot of fun over there. We definitely chopped it up, and I definitely had to represent, for the Dominican boxing, and talk to them about, what's going on in the world, and inform them on what's going on our side. You know what I'm saying? We being matched tough. You know what I'm saying? Again, this weekend, our 3 undefeated fighters, they putting up their O's against another person with an O. Like, I see, and I ain't even put 2 and 2 together until now. Like, damn, we getting matched that tough. My man, little bro, Michael Blunt, shout out to you, my brother. He goes 100. All love, my guy, for sure, man. All love. Love you too, little bro. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you and that $5 super chat, man. Yeah, let me know. Y'all got one more in y'all? Y'all don't let Ariel Alvarado and Michael Blunt outdo y'all. Don't you know what I'm saying? Somebody else got another 5. Send that 5 too. But yeah, man. Matter of fact, we gotta talk a little about. Excuse me. Hold on, I got a little too excited. Those $7 got me excited. No, but in the main events in Shakur versus Yoshino, I do wish that he was fighting Jermaine Ortiz. I'll be honest with you. I do wish that was the case. Jermaine Ortiz had told me that that's the fight he wanted. But unfortunately, he went down the WBC rankings, and Yoshino, the Japanese guys, was ranked one slot ahead of him, and he didn't get his shot. And I don't know what's going on with Jermaine Ortiz. I really don't. What's going on with him? Like, they haven't given him a fight since Lomachenko, and he looked good in that Lomachenko fight. I don't understand why he don't got a fight. And then you look, Lomachenko got a fight lined up. Then Raymond Murataya, shout out to Raymond Murataya, who gave me an interview, and a prospect that I'm real high on. He gets that Nakatilia fight. When I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe that Nakatilia fight should have been for Jermaine Ortiz. I mean, I get it. They're probably more. I don't even want to say probably. they're definitely more invested and higher on Raymond Morataya than they are Jermaine Ortiz. But I don't know. I feel like he's still somewhat of a prospect. You should move him up a little bit. Not slower. I'm saying, but like you should. The guy who's a contender, you shouldn't have him skipped. For somebody who's going from prospect to contender. I don't know. Maybe they see more financial gain in Nakatilia. But yeah. Well, hold on. I'm gonna put the link in the chat for anybody who wants to call in, chop it up with your boy Broadway. Y'all already know y'all can always call in and talk to me. We could talk about these fights. I know some of y'all may want to ask me questions about Raul Garcia. Matter of fact, you guys might want to call in because I'm sure some of you guys are not that familiar with Raul Garcia, not that familiar with George Arias, not that familiar with Luis Nuñez. These aren't the big names. This isn't Carlos Adames or Hector Luis Garcia, who you guys have seen 2-3 times already, or something, probably more, or Elvis Rodriguez or Michelle Rivera. These are the guys that, if they all win this weekend, we'll be making a statement. You know what I'm saying? Especially George Arias, if he were to win. I'm not necessarily, I don't want people to be like, oh, you predicted him to win. I'm just saying he's a heavyweight and he got a shot. He got two hands on his, he got two hands attached to his arms and he's in a fight. He's a fighter. And you look at his resume, it's respectable for where he's at in his career. In 18 fights, you got 3. Let me not keep repeating that because I'm not 100% sure if that's true. But I believe his last 3 fights have all been undefeated. Hold on, let me Google that. Let me Google that because again, and his I believe the only thing is, I believe his last 3 fights have also all been split decisions. So he's been in close fights. No, his last 2 fights. All right. So his last 2 fights have been against undefeated fighters, and this will be his 3rd fight against an undefeated fighter. And his last 2 fights against undefeated fighters have been split decisions. But one of these scorecards is wild. One judge had it 99-91, the other one had it 94-96. What the hell happened here? Yeah, I saw that Alante Green fight. And that was a close fight, and he got the W. But I thought he won. I thought he pulled it off. I thought he pulled that fight off, though. I don't. It was a close one, but I thought he pulled it off. But nah, for sure, man. Again, we being match tough. We being match tough, and I love it. I love it because, again, we got to earn it the hard way. But I'm most excited about to see Luis Nuñez, man. Yo, I know a lot of you guys are going to be wanting to watch that Top Rank card because they got the flashy prospects from Troy Isley to Keyshawn Davis to Jared Anderson or whatever. Make sure y'all don't miss Luis Nuñez on Showtime. I'm telling y'all, that kid is must-see TV. Not only from an entertainment standpoint, the guy can fight, the guy comes aggressive, the guy moves, he fights good. Not only that, he's also ranked number 4 in the WBA, and he's nice. Like, this dude is nasty. He can fight. He's trained by Andre Rozier, the same guy who used to train Daniel Jacobs, Edgar Berlanga, Toriano Johnson, a few other guys that I can't name off the top of my head. But Richard Comey, who else he trains? But my point is he's had a lot of fighters before. So that's who trains him. And I'm telling you, this guy's work ethic is crazy. So he's going to be in shape. He's not going to gas out. The Dominican curse is not going to kick in. And he's fighting another undefeated fighter. So he not only is he ranked number 4 in the WBA, he's fighting another undefeated fighter. And a Mexican who's going to come forward and is going to come to fight. Y'all heard Samson is going to come to fight. I'm really, really excited to see Nuñez. I'm telling y'all, if y'all haven't seen Nuñez fight, make sure y'all watching. For real. Make sure. And he could box too. There was even one fight I seen him fight where he boxed so good, it was almost a little boring how much he was boxing. I was like, damn, bro, like mix it up. But he's the type of fighter that when he gets touched, he gets aggressive and he wants to fight back. He's like not in style, but in temperament, kind of like Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is like somebody like once he starts getting touched up, he starts getting angry and angry and angry, and he starts, coming forward and making sure you feel his pain. That's kind of like how Nuñez is. Yo, Juan, ¿dónde te fuiste, loco? Yeah, but yo, by the way, you brought up the zone, Raf. You brought up the zone. Yo, the zone don't be having no Dominicans on. I'm about to cancel my membership, man. Yo, Eddie Hearn, man. Yo, you need some plátano power over there. You raising that fucking the monthly. Maybe get some Dominicans on there. Maybe it'll be worth it then. You know what I'm saying? We need some Dominicans. And if you need to know who's good in the country, holla at me, man. San Leonel de los Santos. Yo, Leonel de los Santos, man. Woo! I wish he was fighting on TV. I wish. Yeah, Luis Nuñez versus Raymond Ford. I like that. I like that in the future. I think that's ready to be done now, to be honest with you. Raymond Ford in a tough fight against Jesse Magdaleno this Saturday. And so is Nuñez. Unfortunately, they're not on the same side of the street. But I would love to see Luis Nuñez versus Raymond Ford. That'll be a fun fight to watch. It would be. Nah, Nuñez is not on Showbox. Nuñez is on the Fundora, Sebastian Fundora, Brian Mendoza undercard this Saturday on Showtime. Now, Raul Garcia is fighting this Friday against Robert Terry on Showbox. That's this Friday, which is on Showtime, but it's a Showbox. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yo, I'm gonna put the link back in the chat in case anybody wants to call in, man. And yo, call in, Juan. Al, yo, I got my guys in here. Al, que lo que, Juan, que lo que, call in. Michael, call in, bro. Line is open. I just put the link in the chat, man. What's up with y'all? Don't act shy now. But yeah, man. Busy weekend. And by the way, I wish these fights were, man, in the East Coast, Jersey, PA, New York. Like, damn, man. Yo, so Nuñez is fighting Nuñez and Garcia are fighting in LA. Now, George Arias is fighting in New Jersey Prudential Center, but he's the one that's like in a big underdog situation against Jared Anderson. I listen, if you guys are going to that fight to go see Shakur and whatever is fine, still bring your Dominican flag. Still do that. Because even if we lose, whatever, we still got to support our peoples. And again, who knows? You may win. You may look like a fucking G walking out with your Dominican flag. Like, damn, I ain't think that Dominican had a shot before the look. There's one of them right there. Oh shit. Yo, congrats, bro. You never know. Give me a quick recap of the show, Joel. Missed the show. First of all, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. My man, I totally appreciate that. I value you as a fan, so thank you. Quick recap. De Los Santos will be coming back sometime in June or July. Michelle Rivera will be coming back sometime in July or August. And what else? Benavidez is not going to announce who he's fighting next until Canelo makes a decision after his fight this May. And then you've been on since I've been discussing these Dominicans fighting this weekend. So that's pretty much what the show's been about. That's a quick recap. That's all $2 by you. If you would have sent the $5 super chat, I would have gotten a little bit more detail, but it's only $2. I'm fucking with you. But yeah, pretty much that's all I talked about. That's all I've spoken about. But yeah, anybody wants to call in, man, the link is in the chat, man. Just don't hesitate to call in. I love chopping it up with my peoples, answering questions. You know what I'm saying? But yo, I'm excited. By the way, also Keyshawn Davis is fighting on that Spence, you hear me? Shakur Stevenson on the card. He's fighting Anthony Yiggett. That's a common opponent with Rolly Romero, and Ivan Baranchek. So both Ivan Baranchek and Rolando Romero both stopped him before. So if Keyshawn's this prospect, this high prospect that people want to make him out to be, and I've heard people say that he beats Michelle Rivera, all types of weird shit. Let's see if he stops Yiggit. Juan, Al, de lo mío, was good.
What's going on, my brother? How you feeling? How you feeling? You had Samson on, right?
Yeah, Samson was on, man. You already know I'm the voice, man. I had to get him on. Al, que lo que, mi hermano?
Yo, ¿qué lo que, bro? What's going on, man? Dime a ver, Juan, ¿qué lo que?
Dime a ver, mi hermano. Just
Nah,
I'm proud of Joel and the work that he's doing, man.
yeah,
Like,
always,
I
man,
had somebody
representing.
reach out to me. Yo, I saw you. His brother podcast. Oh, you a podcaster now? I'm like, nah, man. Nah. That's my man, though. That's my man. Me and him saw the fight together. Yo, I'm so proud, man, of what you have here, man. And what you
Thank you, man.
Like, I feel
Yeah,
like
man.
I'm part.
You are part of it. You are part of it.
I want to thank you, man, for giving a voice to our people and not only for our people, because I see you bring a lot of other young fighters on, people that don't have a name, people haven't, and you give a voice to them and you put them on your platform.
Yeah, man.
And I want to thank you for that, man, because you're doing the work. A lot of times people complain, oh, well, I don't get to the top or this and that. You're doing the grind, man. You're doing you flying out to Minnesota. You flying out to these places. And I commend you, man, for what you're doing. You're living your dream out right now, too, and I know it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. What do you guys think? You guys excited for this weekend? Yeah, y'all know me. I'm on top of who's fighting and this and that.
I'm
excited for this weekend. We got 3 Dominicans fighting on 3 separate cards. Like this is a big Dominican weekend. How do you guys feel about? And also, how do you guys feel about us being matched tough against undefeated fighters? All 3 of them.
We got Nuñez. We got Frenzy.
No, Frenzy, his fight. I'm glad you brought that up. He was supposed to fight this Friday as well, but his opponent got injured, so his fight got scrapped.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we got Raul García, El Doma, who I interviewed.
El Doma. Yes, I like his attitude. I like his attitude.
You liked him? All right.
Yeah, I like his attitude.
We got George Arias. He's fighting Jared Anderson, and then
Let's see if we could pull it up.
We got Luis Nuñez. And he's fighting Christian Olivo, another undefeated fighter. So how excited are you guys for this weekend?
Joel, before you keep going, guys, think about this. If Frenzy fight didn't scratch, that would have been 4 fighters.
That would have been 4 Dominicans
fighters fighting in good cause. So we're making a great push, man.
Yeah. So
I'm saying about this kid Nuñez, man.
I love Nuñez.
You can match that guy however you want. And when I see him up there, I see him confident. I see him in shape. And I see him pushing the fight. Like, he stays there in the pocket.
Yeah, he likes to fight.
Last time he fought a hitter, a Mexican hitter. And I was like, yo, he's in the pocket.
Yeah.
Going back and forth with this guy. So I'm like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm excited about that guy.
What about you, Al? How do you feel about this weekend, man? All 3 Dominican undefeated fighters facing another undefeated fighter.
I think we got it. The only one that concerns me is that Jared Anderson. He's like a heavy underdog. But let's see what happens, man. You never know.
Nah, I totally agree with you. You never know, especially in the heavyweight division. I feel like the heavyweight division is the one division where a lot of big upsets just happen out of nowhere. Whether it be Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson, or Oliver McCall, Lennox Lewis, or Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua, like big upsets, they always happen in the heavydeweight division. Now, is it possible? I don't know. But hey, listen, let's see. You know,
he hasn't. Or Jared Anderson, he hasn't passed the second round, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? The 3rd round.
No, he's gone. He's gone rounds, but not. He hasn't gone 10.
In the heavyweight division, you got 2 hands. Anything can happen.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I could. if I could find his box rec. But I know his last 5 fights hasn't gone past the second.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
let me see right now.
But George Arias, has he gone like to the 8th round, 6 rounds?
Yeah, he's gone 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not 10.
the furthest this guy has gone is 6 rounds. He knocked the guy out in the 6th. That's the furthest Jared Anderson has gone.
Gotcha.
Let's see how he looks in the 8th and 9th and 10th. You know what I'm saying?
No,
a
lot of times the road for us to redemption or to the top is way harder than a lot of other fighters. But this is gonna show what they built, what they made of. And it's unfortunate because we don't have that fan base yet, but we're gonna get there eventually. And this is the groundwork right now.
Of course.
Yo, if all 3 win, you know how crazy that would be. If all 3 of them win, especially by knockout, yo, that would be making a big statement in the world of boxing. Like, listen, we took 3 O's in one weekend. Like, that would be a big statement where there was 3 undefeated fighters that came in the ring against the Dominican, and 3 of them left with a 1, right? Right where there was a 0, they left with a 1.
Guys, most of our fighters that's hot, what they done is they beat the odds.
The Nuñez fights on Showbox?
No, Nuñez is fighting on the Sebastian Fundora undercard.
Oh, on the okay, PBC.
Yeah. So I like, again, I'm not, whatever fight is on ESPN, even if it's the George Arias fight, and shout out to George Arias, I'll support. But the fight, I'm not missing. I don't care if Shakur is fighting at the same time. I am not missing that Nuñez fight. Nuñez is one of my favorite Dominicans on the up and up. So I'm gonna make sure I watch this fight. That he is a very, very talented fighter, man.
He's a featherweight, right?
He's a featherweight.
Yeah. He's ranked. What is it again? And number 10.
WBA.
You should have a
time. WBA. Yeah.
So within the next year, he should be somewhat in position to get a mandatory.
You know what's crazy? You saying now, bro. I heard from a lot of guys at the top. If you excited now, wait till the crop guy that's coming in. Wait till you see.
Yeah, no, I want Leonel de los Santos to get in, man. That dude is nice. I'm telling you, but unfortunately, he's in a
managerial
situation where, and what sucks is he's older. I believe he's 28.
He's gonna have to give Samson a call, man.
No, but it's not getting Samson a call. By the time he gets out that contract, he's gonna probably be what, 30? And then by then, for you to get a title shot, it's gonna be difficult, man. It's gonna be real difficult. And he at one point was gonna sign with the other De Los Santos manager, but that didn't work out. He ended up going with this guy. That's why I always tell Dominicans, yo, sign with a Dominican, bro. That's it. Sign with another Dominican managers. That's the way to go.
I was confusing him with Garcia. Leonel de los Santos is the one that he fought Shushu Carrington in the amateurs. He beat. Okay, yeah, he's the one. Yeah, I like him. I really like him. But hay que moverlo a él. Hay que moverlo. Hay que moverlo. Yup.
Garcia fighting Roach Jr. or something like that.
Who?
Roach Jr.
Lamont Roach. I think that's Garcia's mandatory, I believe.
Yeah, that's Hector Luis Garcia's mandatory. They will be fighting. My guess, this isn't me like I heard. My guess will be sometime in July or August. They'll be fighting. Hopefully that's an East Coast fight, you know.
I would have loved Santa Cruz fight, man. That would have been nice.
Yeah, but unfortunately he has a mandatory. Maybe after that fight.
That fight's gonna be in Wisconsin, man.
Yo, man, that's so annoying not to be throwing us out there, man. Nah, yo, and Hector Luis Garcia, man, is nice. Like people.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good boxer.
Yeah, people like to sleep on him, but he was giving Tank problems, and not giving Tank problems like, oh, how Rolly gave him problems. Oh yeah, but he was just setting up Rolly. No, there was moments where Tank wanted to do something he just couldn't.
Exactly. Yeah. He was getting countered. By Garcia. Garcia had it. Mm-hmm.
No, and he was working that body too. The whole fight, working that body. I just feel like he didn't really have enough power to like really make Tank respect him. Where he's like, "Whoa, I can't just rush in." Not saying he's feather fisted because he dropped Colbert. I'm talking about like he didn't have that boom, like oh shit, like that shit hurt.
Yeah, game changing power.
Joe, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yo, mi hermano, Tato. But you get what I'm saying, Al?
Yeah, definitely. He has to have that. You know, he's really a 130 pounder. Tank Davis could easily fight at 140. I think he has decent power for 130.
Yeah,
but you know, that's it. He had to punch, like I said, like De Los Santos, and there's a different story. Like at least close to it, you know.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, yeah, I got to be careful here. You know, I can't be just rushing in, trying to trade with this guy.
Yo, as many shots as Hector landed on Tank, like that really would have been a problem if he punched like De Los Santos, because he was landing a lot of body shots. And
yeah.
In that round where he got stopped, right before that fight with Meek Mill happened in the crowd,
yeah. He was getting the best of it.
Yeah, not only was he getting the best of it, there was one point where Tank kind of like dipped over to the side, and Hector just landed a nice right uppercut, went boom. And again, like you said, if he hit like De Los Santos, I feel like Tank would have fell because he caught him flush, clean, right on the like it was like right in the eye. He just went boom. He caught it flush. But again, he's not a big puncher like that. And again, he's a 130 pounder. So maybe if he would have caught Colbert or you know, O'Shaquie Foster like that, but when you fighting a 135 pounder like that, you know, maybe, you know, it didn't have the effect that it would have, you know, on a smaller fighter.
Yeah, you think Garcia will Foster? That'll be a good fight. Be a good tactical fight. I think Garcia beats him.
Yeah, I mean, I like Foster. Foster's a very talented.
Yeah, he's
fighter.
good.
But you know, hey man, Hector nice like that too. Hector, like I saw his fight against Gutierrez like a month ago. Like I was bored. I was like, let me just watch it. Yo,
yeah, he looked he outboxed him for like the first 9 rounds. He made it look easy.
Yo, he beat the shit out of him for 9 rounds, just body shots and punching him, and you know. And he even got dirty at points, headbutt him a little bit. I mean, that's
he got frustrated.
Yeah, he fucked him up for 9 rounds straight, lost 10 and 11, and then won 12. So he 10-2 him. I was like, damn, man, like that's the fight that really showed me. Oh no, Hector's like that. Hector, that dude. Hector's nice.
Yeah, he could box. Yeah.
Yeah, because
exactly.
Because with
Colbert was applying more. Yeah, with the Colbert fight, he was applying pressure. He was like, yo, this guy, he didn't respect him at all. So he was like, you know what, I'm going to apply pressure, go to the body early, slow down Colbert. And then once he got the best of Colbert, that's it. Colbert was mentally done.
Yeah, no, I was like, my mentality was, I got to find that video. I was like, who is this Dominican that he's fighting? Like Chris Colbert. This is before I was even the voice of Dominican boxing. And Michael Blunt was on. I was like, who is this guy? And I looked him up on BoxRec. I was like, man, this dude got no hairline, man. This dude ain't beating Colbert. Get out of here.
That's what I thought too. Same here, man. I didn't know nothing about Garcia. I just thought it was going to be a tuna fight. Oh, here we go. We're feeding Dominicans to these guys, trying to make them look good. Because they was hyping up Colbert. You even had Deion Sanders had like a little commercial, like promoting the fight.
Yeah.
So they was he was getting promoted heavily, the Chris Colbert, but then Garcia just put it on him, and then it was like, that's it.
Yeah. And
PBC just lost the hype.
Yeah, I was really impressed by that performance, right? I only gave Colbert 1 round. So I was just like, damn, that was really impressive. But I was like, it's one fight. When I saw him fight Gutierrez, I was like, nah, this dude is nice. And then I did my research. I was like, oh, this is a 3-time silver medalist in the Pan American Games.
Yeah. And
then Elvis Rodriguez, when I was at that fight, I linked up with him. He was like, nah, like, he was like, but this was before the fight. He's like, nah, Hector's like that. Like, Hector's nice. He's like, Hector's gonna cook this dude. Elvis told me. I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, he's gonna smash him. Like, I'm not even. He was like, Puello, he goes, I don't know. Puello's a good fighter, but Akhmadov
Yeah.
is good. I don't know. But he's like, yo, bro, Hector's gonna cook this dude. Like people think that Colbert fight was a fluke, they're mistaken. I was like, all right. Again, I'm like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he made it look even easier. He won.
I was like, damn, I was not expecting that. 10-2. And
10-2.
Gutierrez is a good fighter, a world champion.
Yeah.
Cooked him. I was like, okay. Yo, he cooked him so bad. I was there at the fight as media. They didn't even make him available, Gutierrez available for the media.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if he went to the hospital or if he just didn't want to, but it was like, oh yeah, I'll interview anybody, whether you won or lost, you beat a Dominican, lost to a Dominican, I'll still interview. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
They were like, nah, he's not coming out to do any interviews, this, that, and the third. I was like,
wow.
I was like, damn, like, all right. Now Hector like that. Hector, that dude, man, and I love. I gotta get Hector back on the show, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I text him. We were texting 3 weeks ago. We were texting.
Gotcha.
But just like, oh, it was good and stuff like that. Nothing like of boxing. I gotta get him back on.
Definitely, yeah. When you getting De Los Santos, I know you had like a short interview. I saw it like a few hours ago. Yeah, but when you gonna get him like a full interview?
I was gonna get him on today, but it was so last minute. I couldn't do it. But if not this weekend, definitely next week. Definitely next week.
Got it. Yeah, man. He should get a fight, man. He has to get a fight going on, man.
Were you on when Samson was on?
No, I wasn't on.
Yeah, basically he said that they were negotiating with Pitbull, but
yeah, Pitbull's
peoples ain't want that smoke. So since they ain't want that smoke, like that kind of delayed what his plan was. I'm like, I thought they were punishing him for knocking out Rayo. I'm like, yo, because they were promoting Rayo like crazy.
Yeah, and they still got him a fight before De Los Santos. Like he fought 2 weeks ago.
Yo, I was like, yo, somebody gets a win like that, you got to put him in the rings ASAP.
Exactly.
And you sort of in the clip I put, he's like, yo, I've been in the gym, staying in shape, getting ready. They tell me a fight's coming, then it falls through. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't want him to overtrain himself either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. He can't burn out. I want to see him against. They're probably gonna put him against Frank Martin. What you think? I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean that's the next logical step. But what got me a little worried was Samson said that they may put him in an easy fight on a YouTube portion of a pay-per-view or some shit. I was like,
nah, come on, man. Like, they gotta put him at least to open the pay-per-view undercard of the second fight of the. But he should be there. No, they gotta get him a good appointment. Yeah.
Let's look at the lightweight division. Let's just say he doesn't get Frank Martin. Let's just say that. I mean, obviously that's a fight we want because I want him in tough, man. I want him in tough.
Is Ortiz with Top Rank or he's a free agent? Okay.
A perfect fight would have been Williams Zepeda, but he's with Golden Boy.
He's with Golden Boy. They're probably trying to make him and Cruz fight. I wouldn't be surprised if he fights Pitbull. Zepeda, because they rank the same around there with the WBC.
Yeah, Pitbull and I believe they're ranked close together. But
yeah,
I heard that Isaac Cruz is fighting Giovanni Cabrera. So we'll see. We'll see.
Giovanni Cabrera, he's ranked 15.
Yeah, this guy right here. That's who I heard is fighting Pitbull. This is from a legit source. That's what they told me. The guy's 21-0 with 7 knockouts. Jesus Christ.
See, they're looking for somebody that doesn't have any pop.
Yeah.
has a padded record to make him look good.
Damn, I don't even see names that like, oh, that makes sense.
Where's that De Los Santos ranked at? Right there in Boston. Oh, 20. Well, 25. That's very low. I thought he would be like at least like in number 12 or something.
Now you got to remember he knocked out a prospect, so it's not like he knocked out like a world champion. This guy Francesco Patera, he's ranked in the WBC. He's not that good. His record is 27-3, but he's ranked. Oh shit, throw him in there.
Yeah.
Also, there's a Argentinian fighter named Gustavo Lemos who's really good.
Yes, I heard of him. Yes.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's like that. He nice.
Was it he gonna fight Pitbull? I thought at first, at one point, he was gonna fight Pitbull. I thought it was that was one of the rumors.
Yeah, they ducking smoke, man.
Bro, I had to get on when you said that they was thinking about putting De Los Santos on a prelim. After
Yeah,
that time,
man. That's you wasn't on, but that's what Samson said. That's what Samson said. He said that he don't know. He said either he goes, I'm going to try to get him a big fight, possibly against Frank Martin, but it may be a like a off TV undercard fight of a pay-per-view, meaning the YouTube portion, which is disappointing, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
W like that,
but like, give him Gustavo Lemos then. Gustavo Lemos is ranked number 1 in the IBF. Give him coming off a long layoff, and that's a tough fight. Like that just because. And I know some people in the chat, who the fuck is Gustavo Lemos? Just because you don't know him, don't mean that's an easy fight. And like that's a very hard fight against a highly ranked opponent. Let's see that if he can't get Frank Martin, I don't know why. I don't know why he couldn't. Let's just say that.
Put him against a regular dude. Just put him on TV so people could see him. Like, probably a lot of the top guys don't want to fight him, but put him against another average dude.
Yo, if Gary Antoine Russell could fight Kent Cruz on Showtime, don't tell me that you can't find an opponent and put fucking De Los Santos on TV or
somebody want that on their resume. Somebody want De Los Santos on their resume so they can move up.
No, and yo, you seen the undercard for Tank Orion?
Garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage. I thought it was
I was sick when I saw that.
So you telling me Morrell fighting at Becco, but you can't find fucking De Los Santos a solid opponent to fight on a pay-per-view undercard? And then you got what's the other? We got the Gabe Rosado versus the Becco.
Oh yeah, the rematch. Yeah, the rematch, the bully. Yeah.
I was disappointed in that card, bro.
And then who's the other fight? I forget who's the third fight.
Here you have a time to showcase your talent, your prospects, and you don't put none of your hottest hitters there.
Yo, I don't know. Yo, bro, my Twitter and Instagram was buzzing when De Los Santos won. Was buzzing.
It's an exciting victory, man.
Yo, when De Los Santos won, like he lost all that buzz. That shit is down the fucking toilet.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a Michelle Rivera fan, but when he got that victory, I was concerned about. I wanted to see his next fight. I wanted to see De Los Santos next fight.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm itching to watch him fight, man.
Yeah, this is the third fight. Elijah Garcia versus Kelvin.
Never heard of those guys, but it's cool.
Yeah, Elijah Garcia is a good guy though. He just knocked out one of Samson's fighter, Uruguay Vidal, like a couple weeks.
I was so disappointed, man. He should be ashamed trying to put him in a prelim.
I think it was gonna be more stacked though. That undercard, man.
I thought
his undercard, because the undercard against Garcia was much better against Hector. That undercard was much better. Yeah,
had Andrade, it had Rashidi. That was a nice little undercard.
And that there were rumors that that the Venezuelan guy, he was gonna fight Boots.
Yeah, Villa
on the
undercard.
Boots.
Villa. I heard that too.
That's a good fight right there to be a co-main event.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think but one thing I will say, I think they're trying to put Boots on his own main event. I think they feel he's ready to start headlining.
Who?
So Boots.
He should be, but for this, is an exception for this type of fight though.
I agree. This undercard is definitely underwhelming. Definitely trash to the extreme degree. But we'll see. Yo, by the way, I'm gonna be giving you guys a lot of exclusive content of Edwin De Los Santos in the gym. So I hope y'all ready for that. I hope y'all gonna be entertained by that. I'm definitely gonna give y'all some workout, videos, some behind the scenes interview his trainer. All that. I might get in there and spar with him. Who knows? You know, but I'm definitely gonna give you guys some exclusive content, man. Shit,
we gotta go. We gotta go out for a run, man. Bro,
was that?
we gotta go out for. We got. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Juan. Go.
I say if they can't find an opponent, give him a the guy he lost. Because I know he's gonna beat him this time.
Yeah. What'd you say, Al?
I said when we're gonna go out for a run, man.
Right. We gotta do that. Yo, you know what's funny? It's funny you mentioned that. Yo, you know, there's a fight coming. Fight. You hear me? A movie coming out. A George Foreman movie.
The Foreman movie.
That's the
in a couple weeks. Yeah. I'm thinking of. I gotta see if I could get that day off because I work that day. But I'm trying to see if I get that day off, and then I'll set something up where all of us can meet up somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, we'll go watch a movie together if you want to bring your wife or your kids or whatever, or if you just want to make it a guys' night where we go drink afterwards. That's cool with me too. You know what I'm saying? I haven't planned it out yet because you know I still work that day. As of right now, I work. So, but
you work nights, right, Joel?
Yeah, man. That is, I hate that shit, bro.
But at least we have you during the day, man.
Yeah, man. But that's why. But it works to my benefit because, you know, I'm able to go in the morning to the gyms and talk to people. A lot of people like to talk in the morning, like the boxing people. Talking to people at night sometimes is a bit difficult. Yeah,
because now they're working now and whatever.
Yeah,
or you work overnight. So you work overnight, like you start your shifts like around like 10 o'clock.
I work at all fucking times, basically. You know what I'm saying? Except the mornings.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I work at all times, but whatever. But yo, Al, I'm about to end the live, man. I appreciate you hopping on, man.
No doubt, man. I was at my for a while, so
yeah,
showing some support, man.
Bro, I thought, damn, I was like, man.
Nah, just been busy and stuff, you know, doing things.
Nah.
Pero nada, estamos aquí, ya tú sabes.
I feel you. I may go live after the fights this Saturday, depending how late they end. Cause Top Rank, they be ending their fights super duper late.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna watch all the fights, even the UFC, man.
A word. I may do a live fight party. You know, like where I'm doing the commentating, watching the fights, and you know. So if you, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a live.
That sounds cool. I was gonna ask you the Dominican fighter from the UFC that you interviewed a few months ago.
Yeah.
By any chance, do you know when he's getting back in the octagon? Do you know?
Yeah, he's coming back. I think the 29th of this month.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to. I believe is a Saturday 29th. He will be back in the ring.
Gotcha.
And but I'll tell you right now for sure.
Yeah, you should interview him again, you know.
Yeah, 29th. Yeah, this Saturday. It's a Saturday, 29th of
Saturday. Yeah, the week after the Davis and Garcia. Okay.
Exactly. The week after he'll be fighting. Yeah, that's my man. He still be hitting me up. We still communicate, so that's nice. My guy. I'm hoping the best for him. I do want him to work on protecting his leg. I feel like he just allows those leg kicks, and I'm like, you know, like he doesn't really. He just deals with the pain. He doesn't really have a strategy of not getting kicked. He just kind of like fight through the pain and fights. I'm like, nah, bro, you gotta no kicks or dive in or whatever. Do something. I don't know too much about MMA, but I know enough to think that letting somebody just kick your leg isn't good.
Yeah. It breaks you down. At the end of the day, it's going to break you down, and then it's going to probably lead to something else. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you hopping on. Yo, by the way, the name of the Dominican UFC fighter is Waldo Cortez Acosta.
Okay, yeah. I totally forgot. I know he said he was like he was signed to the minor leagues and all that, right?
Yeah. I believe he was with the Reds. I did a whole interview. I interviewed him about his life, everything.
Yeah.
He gave me a really dope interview. But for sure. I'm hoping for the best for him, man. He gave me an interview. He's Dominican. He fighting. He's on the UFC, and you know the UFC is a big MMA platform. So
exactly.
Hey, you who knows? You never know. You never know. He may develop the talent that nobody saw in him and ends up becoming fucking world champion. And we're like, damn, Broadway had him on before he was even anybody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But nah. Thank you so much, Al. I'm about to end the live, but I appreciate you hopping on, man.
All right, Tato.
Later. All right, later. All right, guys. Thank you so much for for watching my channel. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I truly appreciate you guys, especially the people that super chatted me. Just an extra shout out to y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all supporting the channel. To another level, and that's financially. So I know it's only a little bit. You guys may be like, damn, you hype over that little bit of money. Yes, I am, because these people are supporting my channel, and they want, when you send money, that means you want me to grow. That you're not just here consuming and leaving. I'm consuming. Yo, here's that. Maybe get a new camera. Maybe get a new light. Maybe get a new laptop. Whatever. Yo, you weren't gonna go to that fight. Yo, here's extra $5 for you to make that flight. So I appreciate you guys super chatting. And and if you guys want to take your support even to the next level, go to BroadwayJoel.com. Buy yourself a Dominican boxing shirt. The quality, listen, you may complain about the price, but you'll never complain about the quality. I guarantee you, this is fine, dry fit, beautiful t-shirts that say Dominican boxing, one of the dopest logos in the t-shirt business, I want to say. So if you guys want to take your support to another level, go to BroadwayJoel.com, cop yourself a Dominican boxing shirt, and support me. But all right, guys, until next time, peace.